Danger, danger. Hello and welcome to episode number 209 of the TEW Challenge Run. This is going to be the final Raw show of 2021. The second to last show in general of 2021. It's High Voltage 2021, the second annual High Voltage pay-per-view. This card is fucking unreally stacked. And it's got Finn Balor vs Edge, Cesaro vs Waller, Rhea and Charlotte Hell in a Cell, Jeff Hardy, Bray Wyatt, Firefly Fun House, Becky, Tony, Raquel for the Raw Women's title. The match that's been going back till about June, Tyler Breeze versus Xavier Woods for the IC title. And then Pete Dunne and Chad Gable and the Cyclone against the Alpha Academy. And without any further ado, let's jump straight into the show. I'm looking at last year's High Voltage, and the main event got 82. Just before I changed my product. John Cena defeated R-Truth for a 60. Yeah. A lot has changed in 1 year. Now let's get on with the show.
Danger, danger. High voltage. When we touch. When we kiss.
So he's on the Kickoff show. The Liv and Ruby versus the A-List match. And Ruby and Liv come out. And Alex comes out with a Miz. He says, just when you think you know it all, Liv, you accept this match. And I've scoured far and wide. From Raw, from SmackDown, from NXT UK, even from the independent wrestling companies to try and find the best choice to team up with Alex and cement their A-list worth here tonight. And I think I found somebody who's used to the spotlight on Raw, has been on Raw since last year, but has been out of action because her partner got injured, and because her partner is injured, that means she's worthless. But she's not worthless. She could be an A-list star with what she does in that ring. And his partner, Alex's partner, Casey Catanzaro, who has been technically on the Raw roster, I guess, because Kaden got injured like last year. She's been out for like a year with a torn rotator cuff. So Casey was just chilling in NXT that whole time. And I figured she could probably work as like... I know she's probably better as a babyface because she does all the cool things. But like stuff like that is what would make her appealing to somebody like The Miz. Like, look at what she can do. It gets all the clicks, all the attention. That's rather A-list. So we're going to give Casey, and I guess Kaden when she comes back, a heel role. But it doesn't matter because Riot Squad win. And Liv pins Alex with the Oblivion. Specifically Alex, yeah. Alex gets a 46, 49 for Casey, 62 for Ruby, and a 67 for Liv. And Liv's little spat with The Miz has ended with her coming out on top. 85 for the hype segment. All of the storylines advanced here. Going over the biggest matches on tonight's show. Edge and Finn, the main event. Becky, Tony, and Raquel for the Women's Championship. Firefly Fun House match. Jeff Hardy, Bray Wyatt. And then Rhea and Charlotte, which will be kicking off the night inside Hell in a Cell. Then get a video recap of just hyping up the storyline here. And then hopefully nobody gets injured. Nice. Nobody gets injured. Okay. Because these are, for lack of a better term, two important parts of the Royal Rumble match next month. So I didn't need either of them going out. But in the end, in 83, because there was a lack of psychology. But I realised this would happen because they haven't really got the psychology to go this long, but I'm not making a 10-minute Hell in a Cell match. But Rhea wins it. She wins the Steel Cell match in 1922 with a Riptide, ending this spat between her and Charlotte once and for all. Rhea gets an 86 and 89 for Charlotte. We then get the quick recap of what happened on the Kickoff show. And then we cut to The Miz arguing with Casey and Alex. He's talking to Casey. He's like, I know you're supposed to be this ninja warrior athlete, and it's going to take some adjusting to get your mind out of that, but your skills have everything you can take to be a major star, not only in WWE, but in Hollywood. So you need to prove that you're in this for the long haul, Casey. Do you understand? And she's like, I'm sorry, Miz. It's like, we'll put this one up as a fluke. Alex, you shouldn't have taken that loss because... Ugh, now Liv, she looks like she's in the right by staying with the punks. And you guys... And then the 5 male... what are they called? Extras are there. They're like, where were you? You stayed back here. Shanky, I don't know what's going on with you and Liv, but you need to snap out of it, okay? Because forget about Liv. We're done with Liv. We're looking forward to next month, and we're looking forward to the Royal Rumble. And The Miz is going to win the Royal Rumble. He's going to go to WrestleMania main event for the 2nd time in his career. And it doesn't get much more A-list than that, don't you think? So Miz is teasing that he wants to win the Royal Rumble, I guess, and sort of trying to snap the extras in line. In an 86, lack of psychology apparently, we get the Raw Tag Team titles on the line, which sees Coach Thatcher and Otis defeat the Cyclone in 7:28. Otis pins Bronson Reed with the World's Strongest Slam, and Alpha Academy's Coach Thatcher and Otis win the Raw Tag Team titles in an 86. Apparently Thatcher was the weak link. He got 75, 85 for Otis, 86 for Reed, and a 94 for Ricochet. So the Cyclones run was nice because look at the ratings they're getting. They had excellent chem. I stumbled across it. And they neither were really doing anything, so I thought, fuck it, give them a nice little run. But it's time to get it on the new hot prospect here, and that's the Alpha Academy. For the Academy, there's gold amongst the ranks, and Gable's happy about that. He takes the microphone after the match, and he's like, see, this is what happens when you join the Academy. There's no downside, because we're just creating a fantastic group of super athletes. Our coach and our monster are now the tag team champions. Desmond Troy's still unbeaten here on Raw, and as for me, I'm about to embarrass Pete Dunne and any wrestling prospects that want to join this company, join Raw. They must be looking at the Academy as a home run for the stars that we're creating. And now I'm going to get this done for the Academy. The Academy. Gable and Dunne gets an 82, apparently. Pete Dunne defeats Chad Gable. He gets the win over Gable in 14:33 with the bitter end. 80 for Dunne, 92 for Gable, and that was him off his... No, Pete Dunne was off his game. Sorry, never mind. Gable's got a gimmick that's getting stale. I should probably take a note of all that soon. But yeah, 80, 92, not 82 for the match. Apparently they're not in the storyline, so that'll probably be why it was this low. I didn't realise that Pete Dunne wasn't in the Alpha Academy story. But yeah, that's still a nice match. They get a backstage segment, Drew and Keith are having a chat when Edge walks in. And he's like, well... And he's like, they're like, well, I understand there may be some frustration here, but you've got to remember that Balor and the Balor Club, they pissed us off too. And Drew's like, hell, I still haven't gotten over Survivor Series when one of them, I'm assuming it was one of them, I don't know who else it would have been, took out my knee and took me out of that match. It had to have been one of Balor Club. And Edge is like, never mind. Well, me and Finn are going one-on-one tonight. I don't want to see you out there. I don't want to see it. Because I had Ridge Holland beat, and Ridge Holland now has a win over me. Which, fair play to the kid, but I would have beaten it if it wasn't for your interference. I may look like I may be needing help, but if I need your help, I'll let you know. So stay back here and let me do my thing tonight. Boom! It lived up to the hype. The good thing about these, they both actually do have good psychology, so they can actually go 23 minutes. Walter defeats Cesaro in an 88 rated match with a golden bomb in 23:27. Banger! It does live up to the hype. Cesaro gets a 90, Walter gets a 91. Let's give them a round of applause because the whole story here was Cesaro came to Raw and wanted to wrestle Walter because Walter was on Raw, and Walter came to the US to wrestle guys like Cesaro. So they had their banger, and a banger it was. Round of applause for our two European generals. We then get a hype segment for the Raw Women's Championship Triple Threat match. Tony, Raquel, and Becky Becky's been out of the ring since Survivor Series because she had that injury. But she's back now, and she makes her return to the ring. And at 76, because... Oh, that's actually fine, to be fair. Because Tony and Raquel are still a little bit further down. I'm trying to bring them up with this feud. So, 76 is a cool down from the other match. And apparently there wasn't enough psychology in here to go 14 minutes, which it goes 13:58, and Becky pins Raquel with the manhandle slam to retain the title for the 4th time. 93 for Becky, 67 for Tony, and 67 for Raquel. Which is probably going to be the weakest match on the show, but whatever. You need to try and bring these girls up, and having them in there with Becky will do that. So, and we're biding time for Becky, because I know what she's doing at the Rumble, and she should hopefully get a better match than this. We then get the 6 months worth of story behind this match. I know adding Tyler Breeze versus Xavier Woods seems silly, but after everything that's happened between these two, Breeze costing Woods the King of the Ring back in June, the whole trying to find out who did it, trying to throw Kofi under the bus, taking the IC title only to reveal it was me all along, out of, I guess, jealousy, but Breeze has said that it's not jealousy because everyone's been against him his whole life and he's just trying to fight the system. But we're now going to get the match. Xavier Woods and Tyler Breeze. And it bangs! This is another example of, like real life, this would be improved by the story. Because the overall ratings were 77 and 79, which I guess are decent. But the match got an 85, goes 17-26. And in the end, the goal was to get a singles championship on Xavier Woods. He's a star, so the goal specifically said nobody star or above unless there's a goal that says that they can be Midcard champion. And there's specifically a goal for Woods to be singles champion. And he's done it. 85. 77 for Breeze, 79 for Woods. A little bit of hesitation, like we'd get that spot where Breeze is like, Woods, no, time out, don't do this. Where he's trying to rekindle the friendship. And then Woods has to put him down. The Shining Wizard. And he's the Intercontinental champion. We then get Charlotte in the medical room with Jordan and Reggie checking on her. And Charlie's like, Charlotte, how are you holding up after Hell in a Cell? And she's like, how do you think I'm holding up, Charlie? Obviously I'm not doing great. But Rhea did get lucky, and it disgusts me that my record in Hell in a Cell has been tarnished. But no matter, because I'm looking forward to the future, woo. And I heard Bianca Belair make a bold claim last night that she would be the first woman to declare herself for the 2022 Royal Rumble. 2021's winner has declared, I guess. But so should 2020's, woo, because I also want to make my second Rumble win next month. So the Queen will be the second confirmed participant in that match, woo. So Charlotte and Bianca, the two confirmed women in the Money in the Bank Royal Rumble so far. 88 to hype up this feud that's been going since, I guess, just after SummerSlam. The Fiend has been trying to protect Jeff Hardy because of loyalty to Matt, because Matt saved Bray when they did the Delete the World stuff and all of that. And Jeff's like, I don't want to join you, I don't want to be loyal to you. And he beat Bray Wyatt at Full Brawl. He went away for a month, but the Fiend isn't done with him, has invited Jeff into the Fun House. This Fun House match would be a mixture of the John Cena one and just like the final deletion. Like you would get flashbacks of all of Jeff Hardy's career, specifically like Hardy Boys, then through, if we could get away with referencing like Immortal Jeff run and Willow and that shit in TNA, we would, as Jeff's dark period. I'd probably stay away from the Victory Road stuff, but fair. And then we just get like a brawl in like a dark part of the Funhouse that is like Final Deletion-esque. And in the end, the Claw puts Jeff Hardy down. And he also vanishes like John Cena did as the screams echo around as Jeff just lays there. And then all the Fiend like stands over him and all the puppets, they're like, play with us, Jeff, play with us, Jeff. And he flickers out of existence. And the Fiend's like, let me in. But no time to dwell on that. Since main event time. We recap the Finn Balor Edge feud involving all of Balor Club, Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre. And the match... There's a lot of words on my screen. Gets an 81, which is a little bit disappointing. But, bleh. What can you do about it, I guess? Guess Finn's needed the rub. They go 30 minutes because I bumped the psychologies up because I was getting fucking sick. I did this like a month or so ago. Like, certain people on my roster I gave more psychology to so I could have longer matches because they can. So this goes 29-29. And obviously the Balor Club are all out there distracting Edge. And Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee, they do show their faces fighting off the Balor Club on the outside. And Edge is like, what the fuck are you doing? I said no. I said no. He gets out of the ring, he gets in their face like, go to the back. And they're like, well, we've taken out the Balor Club guys now, so it doesn't matter. So we'll leave you to get this finished by yourself, Edge. He rolls back into the ring. Bang, 1916. Coup de grace. And Finn Balor retains. Due to the silly baby faces coming out and when the Edge didn't want them there. 81 for Balor, 89 for Edge, 81 for the match. There's a lot of words on my screen here that threw me off. I thought it was going to be, oh, it called an audible and Edge just won. But nope, it's fine. But the show gets us an 86. Boom. I'm so glad that Walter and Cesaro did get match of the night. Woods and Breeze was banger. That makes me happy as well. And the tag match was also a banger, which I sort of expected. But what matters more than this is what you thought of the show. So let me know what you thought in the comments below. And that's it for Raw for the year 2021. I'll see you next time for episode 210, which will be the final show of 2021. SmackDown's Absolute Zero. See you then.